Yeah, so this was prompted by the announcement a couple weeks ago that we would have an interim schedule next year, which the students weren't aware were going to happen and the community wasn't aware was going to happen. It happened entirely within closed doors, and the teachers that I spoke to were under the impression that they weren't allowed to discuss it with us until the decision was made, which means that no student input was taken into consideration in the making of this schedule, and it very, very much affects the students here at West Albany especially. But we also believe that there could be changes made that would benefit the students at South Albany. And yesterday at the school board meeting on the 7th, the representative from South Albany also said that she was unhappy with some of the scheduling decisions that were being made. We actually made a petition that got over 1,000 signatures, but it was rejected on the grounds that it's not a good indication of informed support. So we are doing this walkout in order to show our support in a physical manner so that it's unable to be ignored and they understand that students want our voices to be heard and taken into consideration. Not just heard, but listened to.
And it really is going to impact us because if we have 7 classes instead of 8, we're not going to be able to graduate with as many credits and get those college classes out of the way potentially. And if you have 7 classes and they're 15 minutes long, you're going to have less time for homework, and then you have 7 homework assignments to do that night that are all due the next day potentially, which is like for people like Shai and I who play sports and do work, then you have really late nights and you're not getting enough sleep, we just think that they should reevaluate and kind of think about who the schedule is for and how to make it so it's a compromise but that it's beneficial.
So we've got a couple speakers lined up for you, your student government. And I'm really hoping that...
was saying. And another thing is also, we've had the main the main reasoning they're saying behind the schedule change is to make sure that South and West are on the same schedules for people who take classes at both. But for however many years we've been doing this, we've had different schedules and we've made it work. And it's been easy. South is on their 7 period, I think it was, and West is on their block schedule. So another concern is teachers. If they're cutting about 60 electives and teachers mainly teach electives, they're at risk of losing their jobs for something they didn't really even get a say in. And just the fact that they aren't really listening to us students in general when we're the ones that are impacted with this, and our district is supposed to provide stability in this time because it's a pandemic and we're in high school, and they're not really providing either, and they're not listening.
Right now, they might say that they hear us, but they're not listening. So we're here today to show that we cannot be dismissed the way she dismissed us. She being the